morning once again. All protocols observed. My name is Robert Payne, Jr. I am the Executive Director of Prison Fellowship, Trinidad and Tobago. Allow me to welcome you to today's proceedings. I would like to call no other person but the Superintendent of Prisons, Mr. Lachman, to give us a welcome address and to start off today's proceedings. Let's show your appreciation.
Good morning. As you heard from Mr. Payne, my name is Lachman. I'm the Superintendent of Prisons at the Maximum Security Prison. Before I start, I would like to recognize some people, some very important people that we have here. Mr. Calendar, good morning, sir. Mr. Parks, good morning, sir. Mr. Corbett, good morning, sir. I'm not seeing Auntie Myrtle, but Auntie Myrtle, I know you are here. Good morning to you. Miss Marilyn Williams, good morning, and thank you. On behalf of the Commissioner of Prisons and the Prison Executive, I would like to welcome all of you here to this, our 11th annual Angel Tree program. The Angel Tree program was the brainchild of Prison Fellowship, Trinidad and Tobago, with the cooperation of the Trinidad and Tobago Prison Service, and it is geared to fulfill one of the prison's strategic priorities, which is the reintegration. It is recognized that all of our charges would one day be released back into society. Society must accept them. The families must accept them. And this program this morning and other programs of this sort is geared towards bridging that gap between the inmates and wives, children who have been separated through the incarceration of the inmates. There's the story about a little boy asking his father, one evening when his father came from work, "Dad, how much do you work for per hour?" And the father, not being in a good mood after a hard day's work, "Why were you asking me for that for? Stop harassing me." He said, "But Dad, I need to know, how much do you work for per hour?" And the father grudgingly replied, "I work for $20 an hour." So the child asked the father, "Dad, can I have $10? And the father said, "Boy, that is half an hour of my work. I could give you $10 just so." So the child left and went to his room. But the father sat down and he thought, and he said, well, probably the child had some need, something he wanted to do. So he went and he knocked on the child's door, and he asked the child, "Do you still need the $10? The child said, "Yes, Daddy." Father took out the $10 and he gave it to the child. The child went under his pillow and pulled out a few crumpled $1 bills and he checked. He said, "Dad, I have $20. Can I get an hour of your time?" Are we making our children pay for our time? Our time should be given to our children freely. A good friend of mine, several years ago, came to me. She grew up in a home without a father. She got married. She had a son. Her husband left her. Her son got married. His wife got pregnant, and he came to his mother and he said, "Mom, what does a father do?" And that's a very interesting question. What really does a father do? Anyone here can tell me what does a father do? So the lady came to me, and because she didn't know how to answer her son when he asked her, what does a father do? Because he is going to be a father, and he wants to get advice from his mother in order so he could do the right thing. How do I respond to this woman? I started by telling her that being a father is a full-time job. A father is supposed to be on the job 24 hours a day. A father is always under scrutiny and observation from his children. They would learn from him how to handle things like adversity, anger, stress, and to some extent even success. A father sets the tone for how his children operate. They would learn from him how to handle relationships, how to treat people. A father has the potential to be the most powerful force in a child's life. We as fathers should grab that opportunity. We as fathers should lead a lifestyle that we would want our children to emulate. Because all of you here, if your children are to follow in your footsteps, where would they end up? Where would they end up? In jail, because that is where you are. You don't want that for your children. So this is an opportunity today for you to have an input and an impact on your children's lives. Make the best use of this opportunity. Start bridging that gap. Because one day you would eventually be released back into the arms of your family, and you don't want to go back there as strangers. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Lutchman. Wonderful words of advice, fatherly advice. And that's the purpose of Angel Tree, Fathering from Within. To bring on another father now to continue from what Mr. Lutchman said. I want to bring our new international chaplain of the Caribbean. He was just given an honorary bachelor, a doctorate. No other person but the president of Prison Fellowship Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Pastor Reverend, too many names. Pastor Parks, please come, please.
Blessings, good morning, everyone. Mr. Lutchman, Senior Superintendent, or Superintendent of Maximum Security Prison, and all other officers and or volunteers or the folks from the bank and all those who are here with us this morning. I just want to greet you and welcome you here this morning. It's a pleasure for us to be here. We are happy to be able to start this program and to have this program running now for just about 11 years, and we have seen some tremendous benefits from these programs. And because of our time, I know that you have heard something from Mr. Lutchman this morning, that each of us should leave here this morning thinking about the things that we have heard. And as we talk with our children, communicate with them, use this as an opportunity to begin to come again into that kind of relationship where you could say that you are fathering your children. And because of what you have heard, let me let you know that you want to have this kind of opportunity, that if you recognize that there is an important situation in your child's life, even though you are here, you still have that opportunity that you could father your child. In other words, you could talk to Mr. Lutchman, you could talk to the superintendent on your station if you recognize that your child is giving some problems and you want to talk with them. This is an opportunity that you could have them come in and sit down and really counsel your children. In other words, this is a learning process. So you are beginning to learn something that you could go out, because many of us may have come up with our fathers not being around. So we did not have someone that we could have learned from. Now you are here, and those on this station, you have Mr. Lutchman as a father, and he's there for many of you. And wherever you are, there are superintendents there who are like fathers to you. You learn and pass on to your children, that your children will not come and be in this place where you are. It is said around the world that the most potential people to be in prison are children of prisoners. We are here today looking to change that around. So because you are in prison, your child does not have to be in prison, as long as you could show them the way that they will not have to come to this place. Do you agree with that? Are you willing to have that happen? That your child should not come here? Great. So we will work on that. We love you and God bless you. We also bring greetings to you from our head office in Washington, Prison Fellowship International, wishing you a very bright and prosperous Christmas. God bless you.
We could do better than that. Let's show appreciation for Pastor Parks. Before I bring on Marilyn Williams, I just want to give you all just a brief history of the angel tree, because it's very important that we know exactly why we are here and what is the essence, or what is the background of what we are having here today. A few years ago, a particular lady was arrested for a federal crime in 1972, just a couple years ago. Her name was Sister Beard. Let's call her Sister Beard. That was her name. Yeah? She was recently married to a particular individual, and she didn't know that he was living a life of crime. And I just want to piggyback from what both Mr. Lutchman and Pastor Parks had said in terms of crime and criminality. But she did not know. So she was arrested and she faced 35 indictments. So which means, because it was a federal offense, she faced up to 16 to 35 years in prison. And this is in the United States. So her first Christmas that she spent in prison, it resonated and she remembered it. Here's what she said. Her first Christmas, she saw something that she remembered and it stayed on her mind. She saw inmates, because she's in a female prison. She saw inmates packaging their toiletries, their toothpastes, their shampoos, the personal things, and they were just putting it into boxes. Some were putting it into bags. And she was wondering, why are they doing that? The officer said that they were sending it out to their families. So she is stating, well, these are things that is important to an inmate. Why would they send it out? Another officer told her, she said, Miss Beard, they are actually sending out those things to their little angels out there. And she remembered that. 6 other Christmases, she saw the same thing happening. And she said, this is something that she needs, if and when she's released from prison, she needs to capitalize on and continue. This was the whole essence behind the angel tree, whereby the angel tree project was birthed in prison from inmates giving out something which was important to them. You would have heard what Pastor Parks and Superintendent Lutchman had said. Trinidad and Tobago, out of the 129 countries where we have angel trees and prison fellowship, we were the first country to allow the families to come into the prison system. And this is what you should give yourself a round of applause for. Because according to the rules and regulations of the prison, the ages of the children, they should not be in the system. But if we need to foster a development where your mind needs to change from the once upon stinking thinking to positive thoughts, to be a real role model upon re-entry, you need to bond with your family now. You understand me? And that is the purpose of you and your family being here. And that's the importance of the angel tree. When she was released from prison, she partnered with Prison Fellowship in the year 1979, where our founder, Chuck Colson, had started Prison Fellowship. And this is how Angel Tree has continued, as Pastor Park said, from Washington straight around the world. Where we have a prison, we have a Prison Fellowship. And now, this is what you are celebrating. We are seeing a number of things happening outside in the free world where children are concerned. And we don't want your child to be coming in when you're about to be released. So it's very important when I tell you to go and sit with your families after the speaker. I want you to, when you are chatting with your families, plant positive seeds. Don't waste time and conflict now. You understand? We have our volunteers who have come into the prison to render life skill training with you, spiritual development program. We have our wonderful donors from RBC. Show your appreciation for RBC. A number of the gifts you will be getting was donated by a number of donors, and one of our many donors are here today. And because I want to fast track this entire program, I want them to be part of this entire program in terms of handing over gifts to you for you to give to your children. You understand me? And that is the essence of today's program. Not to waste time. It is for re-entry, it is for rehabilitation, and it is what we consider part of restorative justice. Amen? So give yourself a round of applause. As I call to sing for us, Marilyn Williams. Can you...
Yes, I
Now, as I said, we need to crop everything, and we want to bring on the speaker now. And after the speaker finishes ministering, I will allow you to go to your families, sit among your families, and afterwards, we would have the first giveaways with your children, right? Because we want our donors to be able to present it to you, and you present it to your family. And before I call on the minister this time, I need to acknowledge some of our donors who have just arrived also. We have in our presence your position at National Quarries, Mr. Bevan Cook. Just show appreciation. He has been assisting the Angel Tree for a number of years, and we want him to continue doing it. Not for you, because you will be in the free world, so this is the last thing here, right? Hint, hint. Yeah, we're done with crime and criminality. Right? Right. So Brother Payne, do other community, we can preach that. Be done with crime and criminality. I also want to acknowledge as someone who is special and dear to us at Prison Fellowship. She is one of our very special donors, we consider her. Her name is Sister Sylvia Gurley. Could you stand, Sister Sylvia? Thank you so very much. And for all our wonderful donors who I may be seeing from time to time, thank you so very, very much. Yes? I don't know why Brother Calendar watching me in that tone of voice for. Yeah, I don't know why Brother Calendar. Huh? You're just basking. Yeah. I mean, after that, I ain't free to call it this special. Yeah. All right, we taping all this, so somehow the media ain't picking up what we're saying, but we need to continue. So I need to call our minister who will be ministering to us today. I would like you all to stand and show your appreciation as I call Pastor Kelvin Cobert. Yeah, Cobert. Yeah.
How many of us know when we were born in this world, we did not ask to come here? Do you know when you were born in this world, we did not ask to come here? And when we came into this world, we came into this world with a lot of systems that have been set up. We came into this world with a lot of influence that has been set up. We came into this world with many ideologies that have been set up. We came into this world with many, like we had probably a brother older than us, a friend, one who called himself a friend that was there. And we came into this world meeting many influence. Can you come over my mind? Come over my mind. Well, we came into this world where there's many influence that we met. And the thing about life, we learn after, when we begin to have sense, they call that life. But Christmas, that we are living in and experiencing right now, the Christmas that we are going through is because of man being lost with ideas, ideologies, influence, all kinds of subjections. All these things that have been coming to man, it's just there and it has been confusing us. Whereby the Bible declares that there is a way that seems right unto man, but the end thereof is death. And some of us were influenced by the wrong influence. And hence the reason why we are here. And many of us, after we have fulfilled the wrong influence that was influenced to us, we will never regret. We start to say, oh, how did I do this? Why did I do this? How did I really do this? I'm not supposed to. I know this is not true in me, but this is where I am right now, oh God. And then remember I said, there is a devil, and there is the true and living God. And the is the reason why we made bad choices. But God has sent His word to guide us. And Jesus, when He came upon the earth to be an example. The right example. That's why He was able to live upon the earth. And the Bible says He walked here, He was angry, but He didn't sin. We have a help who will lead us into truth, who will lead us into righteousness, which is the Holy Ghost. So you are never alone once you ask Jesus to come into your life. He will come into your life and He will help you. You see, God is not just a story that we speak about. God is a person who lives within your heart if you ask Him to come in. And I tell you something, I too could have been caught in the bad side, whereby I was having with some friends who were telling me that we beat up people. Let me go and rob, let me go and do this. I was living that life. And you know what? A gentleman came to me and he started to share about the love of Jesus and the Holy Ghost. And how the Holy Ghost will help you if you ask Him to come in. For example, my brother would come that, Brother John right there. And I could stand up here and watch up Brother John right next to my brother here. But except I say, my brother, could you pass me that Brother John? He will not even make a move to hand it to me. Why? Because I never asked Him. And the thing of God, the Holy Ghost wants to come into your life. But many of us don't take time out to ask Him to come. And God is a gentleman. So God will stand up and you wait. But He's offering His love. Father, in the mighty name of Jesus, God, we know Your word went forth, and it will not return void. Father, bless every idiot right now. Let Your Holy Ghost come fall upon every idiot right now. Even those who came to visit, God, right now, in the name of Jesus, let the Holy Spirit come and touch every heart. Touch every life, oh God. And Jesus, let Your Spirit do the work. Oh God, as only You can. Father, we bless the name of Jesus. Even now we pray for Raymond now in the name of Jesus. We rebuke every stronghold of the devil. We rebuke every stronghold of the devil right now. Every spiritual weakness, and we declare in the name of Jesus. Peace, be still. In Jesus' mighty name. And all those people say, Amen. Amen. God bless you all.
When the winds get cold in December, Your love's the flaming ember. That's a fire that keeps us together. When those chilly breezes blow, as the nights get long and lonely, if you're not around, you phone me just to say you love me only. And you know I love you so. Let's stay together through this Christmas and forever. Tie your ribbons of love all over me. Be my present on my tree. Stay with me. 'Tis not the cards or bells are jingling, or the shops where friends are mingling. It's Your love that keeps me tingling through those cities, traffic jams, all the parang, all the singing, all the cheering. is no Christmas without your love. See, my eyes are flushed with feeling when I think that I'm revealing how your love just keeps me reeling through this Christmas and New Year. Let all love lights always glimmer, keep our love forever tender. For another warm December, in the ribbons of your care, let's stay together through this Christmas and forever. Tie your ribbons of love all over me. It's your love that keeps me tingling through those cities, traffic jams, all the parang, all the singing, all the cheer that friends are bringing. Well, it all adds up to nothing if you're not here in my arms. So let's stay together through this Christmas and forever. Tie your ribbons of love all over me. Be my present on my tree. Stay with me. There is no Christmas without your love. There is no Christmas without your love. See, my eyes are flushed with feeling when I think that I'm revealing how your love just keeps me reeling through this Christmas and New Year. Let all love lights always glimmer, keep our love forever tender. For another warm December, in the ribbons of your care, let's stay together through this Christmas and forever. Tie your ribbons of love all over me. Be my present on my tree. Stay with me. Stay with me. Won't you stay with me? Baby, stay with me. Come and stay with me. Stay with
Right, I have with me here Sean Smart. Short, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I realized when you collect your gift, there was a special bonding between you and your son. I already saw it on your face. How are you feeling this morning?
Well, very, very good, very good. And you know, I'm very delighted to have my son here with me, and the rest of my family and things, to be here today, because I'll tell you something, I'll say this, particularly for the media. It is very, very hard. It is a sad thing when a man is incarcerated. Unfortunately, with how situations are in the country with crime and that kind of thing, nobody pays focus to men in prison, because they had a prison expo that they held, and nothing was mentioned about the prison. Just small, minor articles, I should say, little articles about the prison. There are some tremendous individuals in here, guys who have talents. And if the government would do things to actually nurture back to society that benefit of bonding with the family, it is something that the country needs towards development and among other things.
Well, I must agree with you because I was at Gulf City for the prison art exhibition.
Yes.
And what I saw, it was at Gulf City this year, but in previous years they used to have it at Long Circular Mall. And I have been there for the past couple of years. And honestly, I have seen some work with those guys, Adil Mohammed and those guys. It's better than some of the artists who are outside.
Yes, Douglas, there's also a guy by the name of Douglas. Some others, but it's not that like everyone was given the opportunity. It's not that the prison don't allow that, but because of the amount of things, there are guys who do fabrication and all kind of stuff inside of here. I myself, I was once a former member of the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force. Before I pick up this case, I am in here for kidnapping and assault, right? Which I got this case in 2005. That's after I was discharged medically unfit, right? The head of the chief of defense staff, all of these men, the present Minister of National Security is familiar with me. I worked alongside him already, right? And you know, it's really sad, it's really, really sad. But unfortunately, it's a part of life as well, right? I'm not a person that will commit crime and actually go out there to do things. What I would like to do on my release from custody, I would like to start an organization called Smarts Committee for People Incarcerated, because when you release people out of incarceration, they still have to return to society. They cannot go to another planet. So the society has to, you know, accept them, and we have to put things in place. Similarly, for example, when you have men incarcerated, even the men who have talents, who have trades and all that kind of stuff, they can also be given some level of stipend. So it would be there to assist them when they go out of prison.
And their family.
Yes, and not come back into the system, because sometimes when you are discharged from custody, there are times when you would end up, you don't have an ID card, your ID card is expired. So you have to wait to obtain some form of income or some salary, and nobody wants to hire a person without an ID card. It is very essential that these things put in place. You understand? But Trinidad and Tobago is a land of love, a land of opportunity, right? We are not the worst in the world, and we still wouldn't be the best in the world, because all of us have sinned and come short of the glory of God.
You really had me speechless there for, you know, but I don't know, I understand what you're saying, and I agree with you 100%. There are so many things that need to be changed.
Today, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Almighty God first of all, and the prison administration for allowing me this opportunity to create this bonding with my son and, you know, the rest of the family. You understand? Thank you very much. Right? I would like to also say greetings to the Commissioner of Prisons and the Superintendent in charge of MSP Prison. Merry Christmas, sir. I will not be coming back to your prison. Thank you.
It's a long time since I see him. I wanted to tell him Merry Christmas and thing. Since I was about 5 and I'm 15 now, and it's a long time since I see him and thing. And I really want to see him.
When will you be released?
Will be released hopefully in 2018, December 2018. Depending on that's the EPD, that's the official EPD, depending on my behavior and that kind of stuff. But something could work out before that, you know, because
God is good.
Yes, God is good.
Yeah.
God is good all the time.
Yeah.
Mr. Lutzman, the Commissioner of Prison, I am not going to come back to your prison. Forget that. If it's left up to me, you wouldn't have any job, right? Take care.
I think when I see Mr. Stewart, I need to recommend this guy to be the spokesman for the prison. But nevertheless, I want to wish you all the best.
Yes.
Be safe inside the prison.
Yes, sir.
You know, keep focused, right? You have a lot to live for when you come out, because
Definitely.
you see your son, and I guess that and I'm sure that you must be proud seeing your son this age, and he's straight up,
Yes.
right?
Definitely.
All the best.
Yes, sir. Thank you again. All right.
But there you heard it from Mr. Smart, the smartest man in the prison. You're coming back. Okay, I have with me Adrian Gokul from Superior and his whole band of supporters and family members.
Only grand. 2 daughters and all the rest is grand.
A whole band of family come. Now, tell me today, how are you feeling, you know, surrounded by all your family here this morning?
Well, first I must say thanks to God. for getting the opportunity to be here. And secondly is, I wish everybody that be here the best. And out of my 35 years in prison, I have a couple months again. I wish the government could continue doing this so it will be a better for everybody. But what I am focusing on is the killing of officers. It's hurting me a lot, and I want somebody to come and pray every week for the officers, because when they correct a prisoner, a Raymond Yard man, he don't like it. So we need correction here. We need correction. And we need the government to focus more on helping the officers, please.
I want to take this opportunity
Yeah.
and send Christmas greetings
Yeah.
to all your family.
Right. I wish to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to my mother, my lawyer sister Andra, especially Marlene, Leon, my lawyer brother, and all my brothers and sisters. Also my child mother Alberta, who bear two loving, nice daughters to me and have me with one set of grands today. I wish to say all the best for the Christmas and the New Year's. And to everybody, especially the prison service, who bear me and grow me for the past 35 years.
All the best?
Yeah, Lord.
Yeah. Okay, I have with me here Mosai, not the Mosai, right? Mosai.
That's right.
How are you feeling today, given the opportunity now to at least a couple, days before Christmas, to have your entire family here with you?
Well, it's quite an elating feeling. I'm feeling very jubilant. I'm very appreciative to those that are responsible for this event. All my thanks goes out to them. And this is something that is very encouraging to help reintegrate inmates back into society and to help re-establish their authority as the head of the family. And I must say that this is a tremendously enjoyable event for me. I'm very delighted to be here, and I would also like to send some Christmas greetings to my mother, Cheryl, in Belmont, my sister, Cherry-Ann, Onika, my brother, Daniel, and others that I do not wish to mention their name, and to each and everyone in Trinidad and Tobago, and to all the families of every inmate here in MSP and in the various stations in different depots of the different prison stations. It's very nice to be here. It's very nice, and I don't want to be here again. Even though it is very nice, I do not want to be here again for another Christmas.
What special message would you leave or tell because this is the last opportunity you're going to see your kids before Christmas, right? And that's your wife?
My wife to be.
Right, your wife to be. Take this opportunity now to wish them and give them that special message for Christmas.
Well, what I would really like to convey to people in Trinidad and Tobago, the citizens of my country, is that crime doesn't pay, right? And I must congratulate the relevant authorities in regard to the prison systems, because they are doing a lot to help re-establish some consciousness and some ethics in the minds of criminals, so that we could learn from our experiences, from our mistakes, and go back into society marketable. They have a lot of trades, a lot of different religious programs to help restructure your life, and I must say that a wise man learns from his mistake, but a wiser man learns from other people's mistakes. And this mistake that I have made, I would like every other person out there now that they could learn from my mistake, and they don't have to make the mistake to learn.
I want to tell your wife to be something that will make you blush.
That might be too highly content. It may be too highly content, but I want to wish you a Merry Christmas, Cheryl, and my love, my future wife, and I want to know that I love you very much, and my love for you will never die.
Brother, I wish you all the best. Yeah. A Merry Christmas, and to your family, all the best. And I know from what you said here today, there's a place you ain't coming back.
No, I can't. I can't come back. No encores. No encores.
So all the best and be safe. Merry Christmas.
Thank you for accommodating me. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Okay, with me here is Dion Campbell. Dion, you got an opportunity today, just a couple of days before Christmas, to be here with your family. How are you feeling?
Real happy right now. A long while me I see them, feeling real proud to know that I have my son, my nephew, and my sister with me. Yeah.
I want you to take this opportunity to send greetings, Christmas greetings to your friends and all your family who are on the outside.
Well, I said, Happy Merry Christmas to everybody outside, friends, family, even enemies. Merry Christmas to everybody and Happy New Year's.
Are you satisfied with this opportunity given by the person, so you at least you could spend, you might not have the amount of time you will want, but you're getting the opportunity to spend time and still have that connection with your family, whereas in the past, wasn't seen them at all until you come out of prison?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, proud of that.
Well, let me wish you a Merry Christmas.
Same to you. Same to you, man.
Okay, I have with me here Steven. Steve, how are you feeling today, given the opportunity, Christmas, about just a couple of days to come, to be here with your son and the rest of the family?
Well, there's no way to express it as a better feeling to have your son and your family around, especially at a time like this. It also is a sad time too, because knowing that when they leave, you understand it with nothing, but it is something that you can cherish, the little joy that you have. And it is something very good to interact with your family in a time like this.
Taking this opportunity today, what would you say to your son?
Well, the advice that I will give my son, learn his lesson well, take his education seriously, and stay away from bad company. Right? And look forward to what you want in life. In life, we do not always get what we want.
Exactly.
Right? And life is about choices. And we have to be careful about the choices that we made, because there are good choices and there are bad choices. So that is where the difference in coming in judgment.
I'm sure that you will like the opportunity to send Christmas greetings to your family. So take this opportunity.
Yes, I would love to join my family together. I would love to spend the rest of the time with them. And because it is a time when everybody get together and share the joy. Because as a youth, I grew up with my family, sharing around Christmas time. It is a wonderful thing to be around with your children and your whole family. It's a loving time. It's a time when everybody come together, whether you're in difficult times. You understand? No matter what is the position, they all come together, as small as it is, and share whatever you have about it, and that is very good.
What would you like to say to your daddy?
Merry Christmas.
Well, bro, on behalf of myself and the Acts 25, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas, a bright and prosperous New Year, and when will you be released, if you wish to answer?
Well, I have 9 more years still. 9 more Christmas.
Once you trust God, that 9 years coming like nothing.
No, it comes like nothing, because once my son and my family are around, they give me the courage to go through. Right? Same to you.
Right, we're here with Victor Gums. Victor, today's a special day. I mean, we are seeing parents and children coming together at the right time. We're in the festive season, Christmas is coming. How are you feeling presently?
Honestly, I'm feeling real good. Beautiful daughter here with me. You know, it's been almost 2 years now. I didn't really get to see her because the last time I saw her was in 2013 for the same program, and it feels nice. It feels real nice.
You know, there were times in the prison when they weren't allowing families and kids to come in at all, right? That has changed. When you see your daughter now, right? Now she's going to leave here in a while. You might not see her again until maybe the next Christmas or whatever. What message, what would you like to tell her right now?
Well, to behave herself and continue making Daddy proud, as she has always been doing. She making me proud. She behaving herself outside here. And I'm just waiting on her school results right now to see if she finally wants to make me proud again. But so far, she has been doing a good job by making me proud and staying out of trouble. And
what would you like to tell your daddy?
What do you think about your face? Come now.
Okay, take this opportunity to send Christmas greetings.
Right, I'd just love to send Christmas greetings to my family and foreign, my father Edmund Gums, and all my friends and family here in Trinidad, and I wish everybody all the best for this year, Christmas 2015.
When will you be?
I'll be coming out in March 2016, so I have basically about 100 days remaining. So I'll be out just now.
And you're counting them days. Yeah. What advice would you give to, now you see how the system is, you see how the young people, they move in a, you know, being a person who has gained this experience inside prison, what advice would you give to young people right now?
Don't wait until you reach in jail to acknowledge that your family love you. Because your family really do love you. So don't wait until you reach in jail and put that burden on them, because it's not only you alone who making that jail. Your family making that jail too, because you're not there. So better you stay out of jail and do the right thing, walk that straight and narrow path, and things will be better off for you. Right?
All the best and Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Papa, respect. Right?
Right. I have with me here Shazad Ali. Shazad, tell me your own words today. How you feeling?
How I'm feeling? Proud. But not really eyes, but proud to see my children. And how they're getting, how big they're getting.
What would you like to tell your daughter right now?
I love she and sorry for not being home with she. Soon I will be home.
How long
3 years. Yeah.
Is there anybody outside you want to send Christmas greetings to?
Everybody. Merry Christmas, everybody, and enjoy yourself.
Well, thanks again and all the best.
Yeah, man, you too.
Okay, I have with me Pastor Parks. Pastor Parks is one of the individuals who is mainly responsible for the Angel Tree into their 11th year. This morning, we have the families, we have the kids. Tell us a bit about this year. You know, is it every year more special? Is it after 11 years? How do you feel each time you come here and see the inmates and their families getting together?
Well, this year, I should say that things keep getting better, and we are having more satisfaction because of what we are seeing, the development of the inmates and the relationship that they are now having with their families, because this is generally like the third that we have within the year. And so there are some who will be going through this for the last time. This is the one that we call the pre-release. When they have 2 years to going out, they take part. Yes.
Release.
So at this point, we have the families coming in so that they will be able to give some guidance to their children and get to know them a little better before they happen to go outside, and then they become like strangers when they get out there from their children. So over the years that we have been doing it, some of them would have been through this maybe 3 times already, and some it may be the last because of the time that they came into prison, But we are seeing some changes, some great developments, that fathers are getting more in touch with their children. And what we are also seeing is that the officers are getting together, encouraging the guys to get their families in so that they could really build that relationship. So even after this, what happens is if an inmate recognizes that they have a child that is giving some problems, they are now able to talk with the superintendent of the prison to ask to see their child so that they could come in and sit around a table and communicate with their kids. Why we are trying to do this is to avoid children from following the footsteps of their fathers to come into prisons, because it is said that the children of prisoners are the ones who are most likely will get into prisons. We are trying to reverse that. And so we are getting some very good results. We are seeing families actually coming back together in these programs where they were divorced and coming back together, going out and living as a family. So these programs really encourages us, and we would not want to stop these programs. And so we would like a lot of people to join us in facilitating these programs so that we will bring about a change in our communities when these guys will get out from prisons.
Well, Pastor Parks, on behalf of myself and Acts 25, we want to wish you, the Prison Fellowship Ministry, and all associated with this program, a Merry Christmas and a bright and prosperous 2016, and we hope that you will continue going from strength to strength.
Thank you so very much, and I also want to thank the Commission of Prisons who have given us this kind of opportunity, and also we want to thank the superintendent on station, that is Mr. Lutchman, for really cooperating with us to allow the program to be the success that it really is. So thank you so much.
Well, there you heard it from Pastor Parks, the president of the Prison Fellowship Ministry, and we were here this morning to bring you the 11th edition of the Angel Tree. So we hope that you did enjoy our coverage, and we, as I said, on behalf of Acts 25 and myself, we want to wish everybody here at MSP a Merry Christmas and a bright and prosperous New Year.